Welcome to this channel. Today I'm going to give you the summary of the manga Solo Leveling, which is on fire throughout the world. So without any ado, let's begin. The plot: in a world where hunters, humans who possess magical abilities, must battle deadly monsters to protect the human race from certain annihilation, a weak hunter named Sung Jinwoo finds himself in a seemingly endless struggle for survival. One day, after narrowly surviving an overwhelmingly powerful double dungeon that nearly wipes out his entire party, a mysterious program called the System chooses him as its sole player and in turn gives him the extremely rare ability to level up in strength, possibly beyond any known limits. Follow Jinwoo's journey as he fights against all kinds of enemies, both man and monster, to discover the secrets of the dungeons and the true source of his power. Characters: Sung Jinwoo is the main protagonist of Solo Leveling. Originally an infamous weak E-rank hunter, he gets the chance of a lifetime when he is selected as the player of a magical program called the System and gains the unique ability to grow in strength without limit. By taking advantage of this new power offered to him by the System, Jin will eventually rises up to become humanity's greatest hunter, but also finds himself locked in a war that has been going on forever between the rulers and the monarchs, two groups of godlike beings who have their own agendas with mankind. Second is Yoo Jinho. Yoo Jinho is a Korean D-rank hunter and Jinwoo's best friend. He comes from a very rich family and eventually becomes the vice chairman of Jinwoo's guild after he manages to impress the latter with his loyalty and commitment. Jinho also has the odd habit of dressing up in very fancy and expensive armor, which serves as a prominent running gag throughout the series. Third is Sung Jinha. She is Jinwoo's younger teenage sister. Unlike her brother, she is a completely normal human with no magical abilities whatsoever. Park Kyung-hae. Park Kyung-hae is Jinwoo's and Jinha's loving mother. 4 years before the events of the main storyline, she suddenly became ill with eternal slumber, an incurable and magically induced sleeping disorder, and fell into a coma soon after, forcing Jinwoo to take over as the breadwinner of the family in her place. However, about 4 years later, Jinwoo was able to cure her conditions and wake her up by using a rare potion he crafted while training with the System. Next are the rulers and monarchs. The rulers, also called the fragments of brilliant light, are an ancient race of angelic humanoids who aim to protect the human race from being annihilated by the monarchs. Also, they have noble ambitions. They are willing to use morally questionable methods to achieve them and are indirectly responsible for the millions of humans' lives lost ever since monsters first began using gates to cross over to the human world. Monarchs. The monarchs are an ancient race of monsters who seek to wipe out the human race for their own ends, making them the primary antagonists of the series. The monarchs also each govern a different race of monsters and take after the race that they rule over in appearance. In the end, I would like to suggest you to read Solo Leveling. and enjoy the endless power of the main character Sung Jinwoo and his cool Shadow Monarch powers.